I still hear that knock sometimes, even though I moved out months ago, and no one should know where I live now. This started last summer when I matched with someone named Lena on a dating app. Her profile looked normal, not perfect, not fake looking, just a few casual photos, a bio about working in design, and some hobbies like hiking and late-night coffee runs. We talked for about a week, nothing strange. If anything, she seemed more real than most people on there. We planned to meet on a Thursday night at a small restaurant across town. Quiet place, dim lighting, the kind of spot where you don't feel rushed. When I got there, I texted her that I'd arrived. No response. 10 minutes passed, then 20. I kept checking my phone, trying not to look like I was being stood up. The hostess even asked me twice if I wanted a table. I told her I was waiting for someone. 30 minutes in, I was about to leave, and that's when someone walked up to me. I didn't see where he came from. He just appeared beside me, like he had been standing there the whole time. He asked me calmly if I was Ethan. My stomach dropped immediately. I never used my real name on that app. I told him yes, slowly. He said he was Lena's cousin, claimed she wasn't feeling well but still wanted to meet, said she asked him to bring me to her apartment nearby. Something about the way he spoke felt rehearsed, like he had said those exact words before. I asked why she didn't text me herself. He smiled slightly and said her phone had died. But that wasn't even the worst part. When I asked for the address, he hesitated, just for a second. Then he said it would be easier if I came with him. That's when my chest tightened. I don't know how to explain it, but something in my gut just screamed at me not to move. I told him I'd reschedule, tried to laugh it off. Then I stepped toward the exit. He moved in front of me, not aggressively, just enough. My hands were shaking at that point, but I tried to stay calm. I told him I'd message her later. He stared at me for a few seconds, longer than normal, then stepped aside and said, "All right." But the way he said it didn't sound like agreement. It sounded like disappointment. I left immediately. As I got into my car, I locked the doors without thinking. When I looked up, he was outside, watching me, completely still. I drove away faster than I should have, and for a while I thought that was the end of it. It wasn't. Around midnight, I got a message from Lena's account. "Why didn't you come?" My hands froze over my phone. I replied, telling her everything about the guy, about what he said. She responded instantly. "I don't have a cousin." I just stared at the screen. I asked her if she was serious. No reply. Then her profile disappeared. Gone. Deleted like it never existed. And that's when things started getting worse. Around 2 a.m., I got notifications that someone was trying to log into my accounts, email, social media, even my banking app, one after another. I changed everything, passwords, security, all of it. I barely slept. The next day, I got a text from an unknown number. "You should have come." My stomach dropped. I blocked it immediately. But then another number texted, and another. Each message short, cold. "You wasted time. We saw you." At one point, one of them used my full name, not the one on the app, my real name. That's when I realized this wasn't random. What I found next made my blood run cold. That night, I heard knocking at my apartment door. Soft at first, then louder. I stood there frozen, staring at the door like it might open on its own. After the second knock, I slowly walked over and looked through the peephole. Nothing. Empty hallway. But I knew someone was there. I stepped back, and that's when I heard it. Heavy footsteps walking away. Slow, dragging slightly. I didn't sleep that night. The next day, I called the restaurant. I asked if they saw anyone matching his description. The hostess paused, then told me something that made my skin crawl. One of the staff had noticed a man in a dark hoodie pacing outside for nearly an hour before I arrived, watching the entrance, waiting. Not for anyone, for me. I reported everything, the messages, the encounter. They couldn't trace anything. No cameras caught his face clearly, no records, no name, nothing. I tried to move on, changed my number, deleted the app. For a week, things were quiet. Then one night, while taking the trash out behind my building, I noticed something stuck under the dumpster handle. A folded piece of paper. My hands were already shaking before I even opened it. Inside was a photo, taken from outside the restaurant. It showed me standing there, looking at my phone, waiting. The angle was from across the street. Someone had been watching me the entire time. On the back, one word: almost. I couldn't breathe. I started staying at friends' places after that. Every sound made me jump. Every shadow felt wrong. Eventually, the messages stopped, or at least I stopped seeing them. But here's the part that still messes with me. Lena never existed. The photos? Stolen. The account? Fake. It was all built to lure someone in, to get them to go somewhere. With him. And I keep thinking about that moment when he stood in front of me, blocking the door. Because if I had hesitated just a little longer, I don't think I'd be here telling this story. And sometimes, late at night, I still wonder if he ever found someone who didn't say no.